And here comes Matteson now. Okay, so I just repainted everything, the marker. Orange paint where the retaining wall is completely destroyed to highlight the destruction. It is gone, clearly. And yeah, there's nothing I can do about it except for replace it. But all the way to my backyard. And of course, oh, there you go. As you can see, they don't do any yard work, but they're always focused on my yard, my fence. Help me. Yeah, as you can see, yard work is not something that gets done here. That trash can's been out there for like 3 months now. It's just never going to end, this court stuff. Yeah, here it is. It's actually the day before Halloween, and I see that my lovely neighbor has gone into the courtroom to get a request to continue that hearing that we have coming up on November the 12th. And she's actually also filing another elder abuse case against me. Again, I've never done anything to the woman. But she'll, I guess, you know, I don't know for sure yet because it doesn't show whether it's been granted. It's not showing that. It's not reflecting it. It's still showing the future court date is future hearings here. Yeah, it's still on 11/12 at 8:30 in the morning. So nothing's been changed at this point. But, you know, today's a different day. Maybe it'll reflect it tomorrow. I just know tomorrow's Halloween. I'm just going to completely, you know, get all this out of my mind and go have a good time. Yeah, but it just doesn't surprise me that now she's filing another false elder abuse case against me. It's funny when you think about it, really. I guess I have no choice but to laugh at this point. But like I said, I've never done anything to the woman, and yet she's cost me thousands of dollars damaging 4 fences, security cameras, lighting, making all her friends, or not making, but persuading, whatever, soliciting them to give me grief. John Matteson, you know, his case is still slated for 11/14. There's no new movement on that one, so we'll see what happens there. But, yeah, we're supposed to be in court in 2 more weeks on the 12th, so I'm hoping the judge says, no, we're just going to deal with whatever she's claiming on the 12th. We'll see. I'll keep you posted. What's going on?
Yeah, same one.
Oh, he's looking for Dad.
Same one again.
Are they freaking...
Yeah, subpoena.
Hi again. I'm here, I guess apparently this time Crosnoe is trying to have him served, or Gary served again.
Oh, it is the 12th.
The 12th?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Yep. So she's trying to, once again, call in Gary, my ex-husband, as he's a witness. And, yeah. The restraining order clearly says she can have no contact with me or any member of my family, my kids, grandkid, you know, ex-husband. And yet, there she is once again, sending the sheriff. Okay, so today's date is October the 30th. And, yeah, this is the current view. As you can see, my retaining wall is completely destroyed there. We will be removing this fence in order to replace that retaining wall. It's what we got to do in order to replace it. And Crosnoe and Matteson clearly violating in contempt of court the restraining order by attaching all this stuff on this area within that 10-inch perimeter cushion. And yeah, as you can see, when I removed everything from there to reveal the obvious damage here, I'm taking you slowly so you can see it. But yeah, it's all painted orange so you can see where the destruction has definitely been done. There is no retaining wall. This was the footing originally covering the cinder block. And in those videos where you see John hammering it away, you see it's around the post. So, yeah, all the way to the backyard fence. From here, there's absolutely no cinder block there. And no cinder block here. They dug around, and exposed the cement holding up the post here. And that's the, I guess, tarp, weed barrier, whatever they're using to disguise the fact that there's no cinder blocks there either. As you can see, it goes downhill. There's at least a 3-foot drop from this brick down. And yeah, they're just throwing everything up into here. But clearly, no retaining wall. No retaining wall. The only thing left standing is my wooden post here and my wooden fence there. They removed everything from this side too. As you can see, there's nothing there. But yeah, we're going to have to remove this entire wrought iron fence in order to replace this retaining wall. And of course, this is her front yard. The city's been after her for years to maintain. She will not. And again, her tree falls over, actually even over on this part of the city property. And that trash can's been there like 3 months now. For reference, allow me to show you what the retaining wall is supposed to look like. Currently at my neighbor's house on the other side, and as you can see, yeah, I get along great with this neighbor. So I do all her landscaping. But yeah, that's what the retaining wall is supposed to look like. It goes up 5 feet, all the way through to the backyard. And as you can see, yeah, see, there's supposed to be this on the other side. It had a matching retaining wall. And this fence I built too. So clearly I'm okay at building fences. But there's, like I said, what is the other side is supposed to look like is why I'm showing you this. Because that is no longer over there. Here's the sheriff pulling up, and this at like 7 in the morning. Everybody was asleep, so we did not hear his knock. Yeah, this was on Halloween morning, 7 o'clock. Here he is coming here. Like I said, everybody was asleep, so no, we didn't answer the door. Not because we're trying to avoid service, but just because we were all sleeping. Yeah, so like I said, I paid the $50 for the sheriff, and he can't serve her because she refuses to answer the door or unlock the gate or whatever. They hide. But, you know, this man, he's very familiar with this neighbor situation, and he knows we're not going to hide. But, yeah, she gets it all for free. And so, yeah, I have a problem with the fact that my neighbor gets everything for free by being a scam artist. Where, you know, because I'm not a scam artist, I have to pay for all the court fees, all the sheriff fees. Go dump my trash, you know. And she just pretends to be some poor, helpless, sweet little old lady. and it works for her, I guess. But that's the problem. I know the truth, you know. She can convince people with her lies, but I know the truth, so it just kind of irks me a little bit to watch it take place. And there he goes. Yeah, you know, disappointed. Nobody answered the door. But still, he ends up making the trip a couple times. He's probably going to try one more time. I don't know. I know that court's next week. And apparently he's trying to serve Gary because that's what she said she would do in the video. If you recall, I'm going to make sure every member of your family gets drug in. Like I said, she's not a nice person. It's why I have a restraining order against her. And I still got to replace that retaining wall. Still figure out what to do with the fence. And hopefully when I get into court on Wednesday morning, hopefully the judge will determine, yeah, I still need to have that restraining order ironclad. And then 2 days later I'm in court against John Matteson. So I guess I'll see what happens. But at this point in time, yeah, she's getting everything for free as usual. Yeah, I went trick-or-treating at the wrong time of day. 7 in the morning. Oh my gosh. Everybody knows if you're going to go trick-or-treating, you got to wait until the sun goes down. All right, so got another visit from the sheriff. Today's date is November the 5th. Yeah, it's Thursday. And here he comes here now. Yeah, he's coming up alongside. And I'm just emptying trash. And, yeah, nice person. But bad timing again. You know, listen.
I know, I'm not Gary.
So anyway, Gary wasn't there. Yeah, as fate would have it, Gary was out on his walk. So the poor sheriff, yeah, has shown up 3 times now. And again, I offer, just give me the paperwork. I can give it to him. Oh, we can't do that. And I'm like, well, it is my court case. So, you know, I'll allow you to hand me the paperwork. And I'll give it to him. We can't do that. But I go, can you at least tell me what it is you need from him? And then maybe I can, you know, make sure I bring it. He goes, well, it says here it's for 11/12. I go, yeah, that's the correct court date. He goes, and so she's seeking some documents. I'm like, well, I've got every document there is, so I'm hoping I bring in the right ones. But again, sorry, yeah, you made the trip for nothing, but yeah, we're not trying to avoid the sheriff, clearly. I go, but I might need you on Wednesday, depending on how the court, you know, hearing turns out. Yeah. So, yeah, she threatened to involve members of my family in this restraining order case, and I don't understand why they need to be involved. But I have that video of her saying, you know, she's going to drag in everybody that is a member of my family, for whatever reason. And you know, I even asked the sheriff if he could just look at that paperwork to make sure it's not meant for me, because it is my court case. And there really is no reason for her to be calling in Gary or any member of my family. I mean, they are additionally protected on that restraining order, but still, documents and stuff like that, it's not a small claims case. It's a restraining order case, and so there's no reason for her to be harassing members of my family and telling them they got to come into this court hearing. So anyway, I go, just check the paperwork, okay? Make sure, because she was actually supposed to be serving me with this, the response to requests to modify and terminate the civil restraining order. Because, you know, I am putting in for that modification, that it be strengthened, because she clearly keeps violating the terms of it, and I really feel it needs to be a little stronger. And he's like, yeah, no, there's no CH 620 here. Like, yeah, that's the one I was looking for. And so she's just going after Gary. And I guess whoever else she feels she needs to go after because they know me. Like I said, I can't do anything about her line of thinking, but she gets the sheriff for free, and I pay the $50 for the same service. So I do feel bad that he wasn't able to serve who it was that she's trying to get served, but I'm still waiting on the paperwork that she's supposed to be giving me. But no matter what, we're in court on Wednesday, so the 12th, November the 12th. So maybe I can address that with the judge as to why I wasn't served the paperwork I was supposed to be served, but she was trying to serve members of my family instead. Yeah, on the same day that I guess she put in a request to waive all court fees, which of course she always does that. And she also put in a request to continue the court hearing, because she always does that. But it says elder or dependent adult abuse prevention, which that's not what this case is. This is a modification of the existing restraining order. And then it says here that she also filed her response to the request to modify, terminate the civil harassment restraining order. So I have no idea what's in store for me on Wednesday, what is going to be addressed, not be addressed. I'm just hoping no matter what, the judge determines I need to keep that restraining order intact and maybe even a little more stringent. And then on Friday the 14th, I have the same situation taking place, but with John Matteson. And so far, there's been nothing on his thing showing that he's put in for a request or anything. So I don't know what's going to happen there. Yeah, so here is John Matteson's. Go over to register. And the only thing that's listed is the proof of service that he has been served notice regarding the upcoming hearing on the 14th. So, yeah, I don't know what's going to happen there. On a side note, yes, note this. John Matteson, he's due in court with me on the 14th, but the Simi Valley Police Department issued him a citation a couple weeks ago, apparently, for being under the influence. There's a surprise, right? Public intoxication. Yeah, no surprise there at all. But he's due in court on 11/13, so that's the day after Crosnoe and I are due in court, and the day before he and I are due in court. So, at least, even if they can't do anything to him for all the times he keeps vandalizing my property and causing me grief, they can definitely get him for public intoxication. I knew that one. Because he's always under the influence of something. Oh, look. Miracles happen. John's actually cleaning up her front yard. Okay, so it's November the 6th. It's already dark at 5 p.m., right? I really do hate the fact that it gets dark at 5 p.m. right now. But I took off after getting done with work today because I saw John Matteson's truck pulling up. So I just wanted to get away. And I ran some errands, and at one point I managed to get to Walmart to get some dog food. And as I'm getting the dog food, I see out of the corner of my eye Crosnoe. And oh my gosh. So I just kind of turn real quick she just starts screaming. I have a restraining order against you. Get away from me. Get away from me. Quit harassing me. You're not allowed anywhere near me. I'm like, Do you have that CH620, by the way, that was supposed to be sent to me before court on Wednesday? And then she just went off completely. I'm telling you, she's clearly not of sound mind. And so I, went down a different aisle real quick just to let her keep doing her screaming while the rest of the store is like, who is she screaming at? Then I come home and John Matteson's out there, I guess, doing the yard work finally that the city has been trying to get them to do for the last 5-6 months. And so, yeah. Next week, busy court week for all three of us. The case against Crosnoe for the modification hearing to strengthen it, and hopefully contempt of court hearing for the violations they did. That's on the 12th. Then on the 13th, Matteson's got to be in court for his misdemeanor public intoxication thing that he got cited for. And then on the 14th, Matteson's got to be in court with me for, again, to strengthen the restraining order. So, yeah, next week, Ventura County. I don't want to have to go up there, but apparently, yeah, gotta not go to work, get into the courtroom, and address every craziness that's been happening with my neighbor and her friend, John Matteson. So anyway, when I was at Walmart today and my neighbor decided to go into that tirade, it was like the second time I've ever actually looked into her eyes. And this, it's been 7 years of me being tormented by her, but this was, the time when I could actually look into her eyes. There's a lot of evil in there. There's no doubt about it. I mean, it really was like watching like somebody possessed. And, I wish I would have grabbed my camera, my phone, anything, just to capture it. But, yeah, she's definitely got some issues, some mental issues. And, I was torn between, I didn't scream at her. I just let her do her thing. But, I'm the one that has the restraining order against her, not the other way around. But she's definitely a good actress. There's no doubt about it. And whoever observed what took place today in Walmart, yeah, they got quite the earful and the eyeful. Yeah, she's not a nice person. There's no doubt about it. But we definitely got court on Wednesday, so I definitely need to bring up a few issues in court, because not just what took place at Walmart today, but also, I guess, restraining order violations that have taken place that have made me have to get back into that courtroom. And just, the sheriff showing up. I mean, she got the sheriff for free, but she didn't serve me the paperwork she's required to serve me, which was, the 620, the response to what she felt is, I guess, needed or whatever. She filed the response, but she did not use the sheriff for the reason it was supposed to be used. She's going after members of my family. And then I guess tonight she got home and I have her on recording saying how she's going to keep going after my family because, she just hates me. I've never done anything to the woman. But yeah, she definitely got some mental issues, and I definitely got to bring it up in that courtroom on Wednesday.